Yo, 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 my boy Curse. What's up, brother? Good morning. How you doing, G? How are you doing, brother? I'm gonna get some people in here. Hmm. What's up? What's up? What's up, Abby? People are joining up. Let me see. Let me get some more people in here. What's up, my boy Ghost? What up, G? What up? What up? What up? What up? People are joining up. Still early. It's just gonna play back. We're still early. I was seeing a lot of people on the socials that price action yesterday was ass for them. I feel like we found two clean moves. Unfortunate that that first one. 2 days in a row where we were supposed to have one and done in the first trade, but it is what it is. I can play this now. It's still early. We're waiting for people to join. I want to finish this match. Then we're gonna hop on the charts. Bear with me. That would be cool. Bear with me. And I just lost the game. GG's. Damn, I feel like I had it in control positionally. Damn, yeah, I was in control the whole game, bro. Fucking blundered at the end. Bro, what the hell am I doing? That was free. Amazing. Alright. Alright, alright. We're still pushing bullish. It's kind of crazy. Let's turn the executions off for a bit. It's still early. Good morning to the people joining. What's up? What's up, Ashik? Good morning to everybody. Still early. Still a couple more minutes. 10 minutes for price to open, market open. Let's look at if there's news. We had news at what up, what up? Good night here in India. Raul. What's up, my boy Ronnie? Caught a dub 2.3k on the 100k. Sheesh. Done for the day this early, brother. Enjoy yourself. Good shit, brother. Well deserved. That's what sticking to the rules pays. We had some early news. Good draws on liquidity. 8:30, 7:30 news. We have news at 9:30, which is 10:30. We should see some movements. Let me see. 8:30 news. We had this pump. We have London lows here. We're still pushing bullish. Bro, I've entered bad and the only risk 1% could have passed the 100k phase 1 on one trade, but it's alright. We get there soon. 100%, brother. What's the rush? There's absolutely no fucking rush. I got this thing for little, what do you call it? Vibration therapy. Y'all heard of that or not? It's so healing for my ears, brother. What is the rush, Ronnie? There's absolutely no rush to pass it in one. Like there's gonna be the charts are gonna be there tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow, the day after tomorrow. There's gonna be opportunities every single day. We're in this shit for life, brother. For life. Bro, gonna be a monk for real. This is what I gotta do in trading. I'm from Canada. Could you please let me know the hours to mark for the London and Asian session? Yeah, the London and Asian. Look, I'm gonna link you a website, ictindex.io, and we can type in what are kill zones. But usually, what you want to mark out is London is between. Fuck, I'm a butcher the times, but right here, 3 a.m. This is the London low, and then I mean that's the only thing we mark out right here because London and Asia kind of just chopped. Yeah, I used the, like right here. It says right here. It says London kill zone typically from 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. New York time. This is when London market is fully open and sees significant activity. It doesn't say nothing about the Asia. But Asia is between 8 p.m. New York and like 4 a.m. Some shit like that. But like I said, we just mark out the London low here because Asia kind of swept and these highs have already been swept. Just the London low that's untouched right here. And you want to, if you're from Canada, you want to go here on your chart in TradingView or in Top Step or wherever the fuck you are. You want to go here on the bottom right, the time zone, and make sure you have the time set for New York. Make sure we all have the time set for New York. That's a must. Good morning, Sam. What's up, brother? My unicorn brother. Yes, I only trade unicorn. Only unicorn. Let's get some more people in here. My boy Ronnie says everybody liked the live so we could get to more people. I appreciate it, brother. Like, subscribe, everything. You already know. You already know. Support your boy. I'm literally, I don't make money off none of this. I just want to make money in trading, bro. That's all I care about. Bro, I trade ICT macro. Could you just quickly explain the unicorn? Yeah, I could explain the unicorn in a bit. Give me a second. I could definitely explain the unicorn. Everybody from Instagram, come join the YouTube live. Give me a second, Raul. I'll definitely explain it in depth. Live on YouTube. Give me 1 second, boys. Just trying to get some people in here. Oh, I love that. I love that. All right. The unicorn. How should I explain the unicorn? Let's see. Let's go on my Instagram. Let's go on unicorn right here. See if y'all can see it. Right here. Perfect unicorn right here. I can't pause it. I can't pause it. Right here. All right. So the unicorn needs two things to happen. There needs to be a breaker block or a mitigation block, and there needs to be a breakaway gap. So right here, we have an order block, a bearish order block to be exact. Smart money places this order block, price comes, manipulates, taking sell side liquidity. That makes this an order block, okay? But when we sweep an inverse, that makes it a breaker block right here. This becomes a breaker block because this order block came, swept liquidity, and then inversed. That makes it a breaker block. But when we pair a breaker block with a breakaway gap, you can see right here, it leaves a fair value gap between the candle that swept liquidity and this third candle, breakaway gap. We entered on the breakaway gap tap and exit. Is it bag FVG? Yeah. Breakaway gap. That's bag. Breakaway gap. This is the unicorn textbook. Breaker block with a breakaway gap. Bearish order block turned breaker block with a breakaway gap. That is a unicorn. And we targeted sell side liquidity for a quick 2-to-1. These are the A plus that we should be taking. All right. Is it clear? Any questions? This is literally all I'm trading, bro. All I'm trading. Like I've been promoting here on this page, strategy does not matter, bro. Pick something. Inverse for value gap taps, unicorn, trend lines, supply and demand, support and resistance. It all works, brother. It all works. That is not the hard part. What is the difference between a breaker block and a mitigation block? A breaker block takes liquidity and a mitigation block does not take liquidity, but you don't really need to know the difference. It's not that relevant. However, you could test to see which one's more profitable, but they both work. There's no difference really. Like you don't need to know the difference. Oh, I forgot to pin the message. We are live on YouTube. Join up. Breaker block sweeps liquidity. Mitigation block does not sweep liquidity. Come join the live on YouTube, boys. Market's about to open in a minute. We're waiting. Like and subscribe, brothers. That's a way to support me. I make no money off this shit. I want to make money off trading. That's all I care for. Like and subscribe, please. I'd highly appreciate it. Market opens. We only trade macro times, all right? Only macro times. So the first trade we're going to look for is at 9:45 New York. For now, we wait. How many accounts do you have, brother? Just one. Right now, I'm following step by step the road to glory. Step by step. We're following the road to glory step by step. Step one is to get funded. Let's see it. Let's see the road to glory. I'm following it step by step. This so y'all could follow it as well. So y'all could follow along. The reality is we're so rushed into buying more accounts and we're so rushed into I need to be copy trading, I need to be doing this, I need to be doing bro. With a 150k account, you could change your life. This is what I'm trying to enforce. With 150k account, you could get all the way up to 1 million in funding. That is the road to glory. That is the plan. That's what I want to prove to you all. But you have to understand that this will take time and it's a lifelong journey, bro. I'm estimating for this challenge to be complete in around 4 to 6 months, bro. I'm barely in day 20. What is it? Day 27. I'm gonna pass it between day 90 and day fucking 150, 160, bro. So what does that tell me? That we need to be patient. We are in no rush to pass this shit. All right, we're just taking it step by step. We reached the $2,000 buffer, so we passed the stage. But the step one is to get funded with one account. Reach the buffer. I was debating if before we take the max payout, I take a minimum payout like $1,000, $2,000 to get my money back and buy more accounts. But I think I'm just gonna aim for the max payout straight off the bat without buying any other accounts. I'm still debating. It's still up in the air, but we'll see what happens moving forward. But how am I going to reach the max payout? I saw people questioning me. How are you going to reach the max payout if you're risking 300 to make 600? Like it's going to take too much time. The plan always in trading is to scale up, bro. Scale up. Right now I'm being aggressive with my risk reward. But once I reach $5,000, I'm planning to risk between $500 to $7 per trade. $500 to $700 per trade to aim for $1,000 to $1,400 per day. So that's how you scale. What is my risk management? You can go on day 17 here. You can see my risk management video, but this is what I follow. This is my risk management plan right here. I'm gonna fund it. I'm always risking $300. So depending on where I put my stop loss is the contracts that I open. If you're on an eval, you trade your same strategy. You don't gamble. You trade your same strategy, but you just put a little more risk. So $500 risk on evals. If you're this is for 50K accounts, but in like 3 trades, you should pass the account if you're ballsy, and 2. But the plan is to trade good setups, but just more risk. You could go on day 17 to look at the video. I go more in depth. I'm gonna have to re-upload the video because a lot of people didn't see it, but that's all right. Market just opened. We're heavily inversing. We're looking to trade in the macro. We're gonna establish the bias right now in 7 minutes, just to see market direction. But that is that. We're most likely gonna sweep London low here. I'm looking at ES as well. ES is not even close to sweeping London low. We've swept. We have SMTs at the lows. We most likely are going to be bullish for the day. Early day for me to hit. Hit what, brother? TP hit? Oh, shit. You quick with it. Good morning, good morning. You quick with it. We had a beautiful forever model print right here. That shit just straight dumped. Hello, hello. We're going to establish the bias right now in 5 minutes. We only trade macro times. So we're going to look for a trade at 9:45. Looking for 25, 498 sell side liquidity. 25, 498. That's low in the range. We might just sweep London low and reverse right here. London low. We have bullish SMT. We're going to wait around 4 more minutes to establish our bias. We wait and observe. Have y'all been journaling your trades? Have y'all been reading your books? It's what it takes. Journaling, reading, studying, having good habits, sleeping early, exercising, eating good food. We gotta be right in the mental to be good traders, bro. If we're sleeping late, if we're not reading, we're not nurturing our brain. We're gonna be more reactive, more impulsive. What do you use for journaling? I use a Google Sheets doc that I made. I could send it to you on the chat, no worries. The one I send you is a little bit different than mine, but it just has like one different variability, so it still works. It's all good. But I'm gonna go ahead and send it to y'all because I'm a nice guy. To actually look at the let's look at the journal real quick to see how we're doing. These are the trades we've taken thus far. Need to collect all the data we can. And these are our stats so far. Chat is disabled on top of your head. You're right. You are right. Let's fix that. Thank you, brother. Totally forgot about that. 2 more minutes so we can establish our bias. We only trade macros, so we have to be patient. We have to be patient. What's the win rate? 62% win rate right now. Let me see if I can show you. 62% right there. You could also see the stats here on Top Step. Should be the same. Yep, 62% right there. Our profit factor is looking good. We have very healthy stats. I'm not gonna lie. We're down 200 bucks for the week. That's all right, bro. I mean, to be honest, both of these days had to be winners. I'm not gonna dwell on it, but both of these days were meant to be winners. It is what it is, though. It's part of it. We're in it for the long run. Like I said, I want to complete the challenge in fucking day 90, day 120, bro. Barely day 27. Still a long way to go. All right, let's establish our bias. We do a top-down analysis starting from the daily, trading off imbalances. We've inversed this daily imbalance. I'm still more inclined to go bullish, trading inside of this higher time frame PD array right here. Just gonna mark it out real quick. But I want price to come up here maybe. So what up, Silky? What's up, brother? So I do expect price to be bullish on the daily. So let's mark it out. Daily bull on the 4 hour. Let's mark it out. 4 hour bias. Let's see. We tapped into this bearish right here. Yep. We tapped beautifully, making us bullish, targeting the next draw on liquidity, which is this one. External draw. Let's mark it out. External. So on the 4 hour, we're bearish. Now we go down to the 1 hour. Tap this bullish order block. Same deal. We're tapping a bearish PD array on the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, we're bearish. $15-minute. No imbalances on the left. Balance on the right, bearish on the 15-minute. So that already is giving me a bearish bias because it's just the 5 minute. But even if it's bullish or bearish, I mean, if it's bullish, doesn't matter because we're more inclined to take bears just based off statistics. So we might rather look for shorts than longs, but we're not gonna marry the bias. We're gonna see what price presents, and we're gonna react based upon. It's just to give us an idea. But we're gonna watch price here. We did have two big movements up, down. I expect to see some consolidation. We do have bullish SMT with ES. Let's see what NQ wants to do. Does NQ want to take this external? We don't know. We don't know, but The main thing here in trading is waiting, bro. The less you do, the more you do. The less you do, the better, bro. Is waiting until something painfully obvious pops up. I'm gonna click the button. If nothing painfully obvious pops up, I'm not gonna click the button. So, just looking at ES as well. Always looking at ES on the side here, but we have to wait. Also, keep in mind we have bullish SMT. We did we did sweep London low. We have an order block here. We're watching. We need to see something painfully obvious. Two minutes kind of choppy. We're waiting. Inside the macro, we give ourselves 30-minute window to look for a trade. Just chop right now. There's nothing to trade right now. It's just chopping. After two big moves, price tends to exhaust. So we play the patient game. We follow the manuscript. The first line of the manuscript, it says, I am a professional trader. I move with purpose, not emotion. My job is not to predict. My job is to react with discipline. That is what we're gonna do here. We're gonna react with fucking discipline, bro. We need to wait, be patient, follow the rules. We click the button until something painfully obvious pops up, bro. Nothing obvious right now. So for now, we wait. We wait, we chill, we do nothing. I trade the AMD Power 3, yes, sir. Do you goon? Nice question, brother. I try not to goon. The fucking question got me, bro. Nothing crazy right now. We're chilling. Random question, but is there any car you're trying to get off trading? Realistically, I don't care about cars, brother. Like I'm not like I don't have a material goal for a car. What I want to do with my money with trading is travel the world, honestly, have location freedom, be able to trade from anywhere in the world and just explore. Not really a car I have in mind. Anything that takes me from point A to B is fine with me. We're displacing. Traveling is definitely one of the goals for sure, brother. Clapped out Civic. I mean, I'll take it. point A to point B. Shit, better than walking, better than the bike, better than, feel like the material shit fades real quick. I'm more about traveling the world, maybe inviting a couple friends over, being able to pay for them. That'd be fucking dope. That's what actually would make me happy. Not really no car. When you trying to get married? Shit, I don't know, bro. I'm single right now. If I want to travel the world, Doug, I want to travel the world. I want to make it in this trading shit, travel the world. I haven't made it yet. I am 25 years young. 25. There's no trade right now. We're just chopping. Please do not trade nothing here. There's nothing to trade, literally. Just chop. You do not look 25. I look younger, right? Or older. I was born in 2000. I have a tattoo on my chest right here. 2000. But throughout the years, it's gained meaning. Matrix Misc, MM, Market Maker. It gained a lot of meaning throughout my life. Gotta use the breakup for motivation. Gotta use up the motivation from that breakup first. For sure, brother. I mean, I was on a good ass streak with payouts. If I'm being real, it was like 5 months straight where I was just getting good heavy payouts, and I was living off this. I am still living off this trading shit. And in August was my last payout, but it took a toll on my mental. The breakup fucked with my mental, and I've gotten better. Every day I've gotten better. I quit smoking. Um, I got closer to God. Uh, I don't know, just continue fixing my mental, journaling, everything. And I've gotten better ever since, and it's reflecting on the social media aspect, on the trading aspect. Thank God I'm funded. I'm not panicking because we're in drawdown. I'm chilling, bro. And if we lose today, I'm chilling. We follow the plan. I know people want to see wins every day, but that's not realistic. And that's the reality of trading. You need to learn how to take losses. Cut your losers short, let your runners win is what they say. Let your let your winners run. If y'all don't mind liking and subscribing, I would fucking appreciate it. I don't make any money off this shit. This shit is all free. I'm trying to make it off this road to glory. I'm trying to prove to y'all, prove to myself, inspire a couple people along the way that it could be done. Because I know I'm gonna reach it. 1 million in funding, that's a big heavy goal. But it's possible. With patience, it's possible. And that's what I'm trying to prove here. But we have to detach from the day. We have to let go of those. Oh, today I lost. Today I won. Detach from that, bro. Let's look at it from like a weekly, monthly standpoint. 1 million with a community. Let's fucking go. I was at 150 subs today. 230. Yeah, it's growing. I mean, for me personally, right now, there's absolutely nothing to trade here. Kind of disgusting price action if I'm being real. Please do not be in a trade right now because there's absolutely nothing. There's no more SMT. ES swept the low as well. We could continue to dump to the external, but there's no entry for me here. December price action of doom and despair. Yep. I would not look for a trade right now, bro. There's absolutely nothing for me to trade here. Nothing. The second line of the manuscript, it says, "The market is not my enemy. It's a mirror reflecting my patience, my greed, and my control. When I'm calm, the market rewards me with clarity. When I chase, the market punishes me with chaos." How many times have we not opened a trade and we're already anxious and panicking? That's chaos, bro. We don't want to trade with chaos. We want to be relaxed, be calm, be submissive to the strategy. Previous day low, but no entry. Only got that trade earlier with the buy side sweep. Yep. It was a clean buy side sweep. Clean change in the state. Couple inverses. Clean entry right here. I quit vaping yesterday. W. That's a W, brother. There's not one good vice, brother. That's why I quit smoking. I quit hitting that Zaza because it was doing no good to me. I mean, I love it, like I fucking love smoking. I'm not gonna lie, but I feel like it was withholding my potential. And ever since I stopped smoking, the social media has been blowing up. I've been doing better in trading. I've been feeling a lot better in my mental. It's not a coincidence, bro. It is not a coincidence. I'm 30 days free of smoke. Lost ambition when I was smoking. Yes, bro. That's the common denominator, bro. I'm saying I started my Airbnb business with my first property. Entrepreneurial type journey. I started in 2022 August and I quit the Airbnb business in December of 2024. But all along that time I was smoking, bro. And I do question myself and tell myself like, bro, what would have been if I hadn't been smoking? Because I grew that shit. I scaled it and I was making money, bro. I'm still living off that money to this day. And it's just crazy to me that I have no regrets, right? Because everything happens for a reason. In all honesty, I wasn't enjoying the business anymore. But I do wonder, it's like, bro, maybe if I wasn't smoking, I would have been more ambitious, or maybe I would have looked at it from a different perspective. I could have done a lot of things different, right? But could have, would have, should have. I'm in the Airbnb business, but it's there where I'm at. I mean, that could be the issue. I feel like it's more of a skill issue type shit. You need to be good with your marketing. You need to get your clients, have a good website, have a good socials, have a portfolio. I was smoking when I was in college. In the day, I can finish at least 2 packs, but yeah, quit. Also, cause of trading. Oh, you're smoking cigarettes? Fuck that shit, bro. Nah, I was smoking weed. In my city, I might just stay. All right. I mean, that's the good thing though. Like, I learned a lot of shit from the Airbnb business, mainly real estate wise, not just in Mexico, but also in the United States. And it's an expertise that's never gonna erase from my memory. So my plan with this trading shit is to eventually have my own properties, bro, and be an investor myself. But now I have the expertise because I know how to manage the properties. There's SMT with the S&P 500. I'm going long now. Good luck, brother. I would not trade this. There's absolutely nothing to trade. Nothing. Like, what do you want to trade here? Barcode right here. I would not trade this. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I pick up the cigs after I quit the weed. I don't smoke frequently, but every now and then I do pick up a ciggy just for that anxiety and that need to have a smoke. Between time to time. Yeah, you're right. Let me give the disclaimer, brother. Don't scream at me, brother. Let me go ahead and put the disclaimer because you're right. I mean, we're not taking trades right now, but regardless, I am not a fucking professional, bro. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Nothing in the stream is financial advice. You could also see the disclaimer in the description. It's written in text in the description. Please be careful what you risk. Be fucking careful, bro. Please. I'm following a risk management plan, bro. If you're following along, follow a plan as well, please. All right? All right. Six worse than Saw by far. I mean, fuck, bro. I feel like they're both ass. Smoking in general is just garbage. Like like Mr. Tate says, breathe air, brother. Nothing right now. We have a sweep of liquidity right here. We have a bearish order block right here. If we're looking for longs, we want to see that get inversed. But right now, we're just chopping. There's nothing really. Nothing to trade for me right now. Tried smoking weed once. I was talking with the TV. Sheesh. You were flying, brother. Nah, those are the first times. Because I've been smoking za for about, I mean, I'm even a little bit ashamed to say it, but I'm just gonna be vulnerable here with y'all. Like 4 years, just about. Frequent use. And shit, like I'm still struggling with the withdrawals, bro. 30 days in, I'm still struggling with the withdrawals. But I've been sleeping fucking early and bro, I'm waking up no alarm like 5 a.m. my time, bro. Like, that's my grandpa type shit. What's up? Don't worry about it, bro. What do you think of the short pre-market? I mean, it was clean, though. Like, even if you go in the 3 minute, you have a clean change in the state of delivery, a good inverse, IFVG, FVG tap to short. I mean, it looks clean. Target London low, sweeping London high right here, tapping into a higher time frame liquidity pool. Looks clean to me. Right now, there's nothing. We're just watching. Project X is currently experiencing issues. Don't tell me that. Are you serious? Let me see. Oh yeah, people are tripping out on Discord. I mean, there's no trade for us right now. There's nothing to trade right now. It's just choppy. I don't know who's entering on these trades. I'm being honest, bro. There's nothing, bro. Nothing to trade. Saw paid my college fee so much. Respect to it. W, bro. Hey, bro. I've been trying to understand SMT for a few years, for a few days. Not getting it for a reason. Can you explain? 100%, brother. SMT. So, for example, there's always pairs that correlates with another pair. In this case, NQ and ES move the same way. For example, I marked out this London low. There was SMT earlier, but not anymore. But I'm just gonna give that example. I could give more examples in a bit, but for example, NQ came, swept London low, right? You see the sweep of liquidity is swept this low. Look at price right where it's at right now. It swept this low, and ES was trading up here. It didn't touch this low. It never swept this low. ES. That's a bullish SMT, a price divergence. Meaning that smart money came in just to sweep this low, but the plan is to continue to push higher. That is what SMT is and what it tells you. I low key never smoked, just said it was put cut off and off for 4 months. Alright. Don't smoke anymore. Don't do any nobody do any like I don't want to say the D word, but don't do any D word. Don't do dra. You know what I'm trying to say or no? No vice is a good vice, bro. Like just breathe for real, like meditate. Expand your pineal gland. Get close to your religion. Nurture your relationships with your loved ones. Be it your girlfriend, your parents, your siblings, your grandparents, your friends. Look after them, bro. Text them every now and then. Do plans with them. Cultivate experiences. You don't need alcohol, you don't need weed, you don't need none of that bullshit to have a good time, bro. Isn't the point of trading to be free? Aren't we trying to be free? Can we be free right now? Why do we need trading to be free, bro? We could be free right now. So if the other index, like yes, in this case doesn't cross the same low, it indicates that it will be bullish because he is the more power. Yeah, you nailed it, brother. That's SMT. That is SMT, brother. What's good, brother? Good morning. Senor, I remember you, brother. What's good? There is absolutely no trade right now, bro. There's nothing to trade. This is just nasty, nasty December price action chop. There is no trade, bro. Nothing. I mean, we did have two big moves in the pre-market. We had a pump, which was the manipulation. We had the distribution. I mean, we're gonna go sideways for a bit. We're gonna chop for a bit. We're patient. We don't want to enter on the chop, bro. That would suck. That would be disrespectful to all the people watching for me to enter here on the chop. We're not looking to get excited here. Look, the third line of the manuscript it says, I don't need to trade often. I need to trade precisely. Every setup I take must earn its place. I trade quality, not quantity. I wait for alignment, not excitement, bro. We're trying to get aligned. That is what we want. Right now we're just chopping, bro. I don't want to trade chop. That would suck. What kind of video am I gonna upload if I trade chop, bro? How much have you taken in payouts? Fuck, probably around like 15 grand, $15,000 probably. I don't want to tell you how much I've spent, but in payouts, I've taken a good amount for the year. Can I share my walls? What do you mean why my walls? What does that mean? With the unicorn strat? The unicorn strat, it's cause look. So first I started trading the forever model. Um, like just okay. Let me briefly tell you the story. I bought my first funded account in January of this year. I was trading with a group of friends, and I passed that first account, and I reached a payout with that account. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, bro. Like, just FVG taps, IFVGs, like trading whatever, bro. But I was very strict with my risk management. That was the thing that set me apart because my friends have been trading for a while now and they had never reached a payout. They had never passed an account. But the like for me the difference was having the daily lockout. That was differential that took me apart, you know? I reached the payout, I got the payout, and after that, I just kept rinse and repeating, bro. And eventually, I feel like ignorance is bliss. The more you know, the more cursed you are. Because I started understanding how the markets move a lot more. I started learning how to reprice action, and like you start noticing a lot of the things you didn't notice before, and everything is just noise, you know. And then I narrowed my strategy down to only trading in macros because I found myself not knowing when to enter the trade. Um, I narrowed it to only trading macros, and when I started trading macros, that's where I was starting to get heavy payouts. Um, but then again, it's the same thing. I was looking for inverse fair value gap tabs, CRT. I was looking for a lot of different entries, bro. And if I'm being real, you're always gonna see an entry. There's always FVGs. There's always look. There's an inverse right now. There was an FVG. There's always something, bro. Okay. Wait. But um, I narrowed it down. I was like, bro, like this is too much noise. I know that everything works, so I'm just gonna pick something, and I picked the unicorn. And ever since then, I've abided to the unicorn, and I've stuck to it. I passed this account using the unicorn. I've passed several accounts using the unicorn. I'm about to reach the payout using the unicorn. Like it's just pick something, pick one thing, and be strict with it. Don't switch strategies. Don't take too many entries. Don't just pick one thing, bro. Pick one thing. But hey, I mean, I've taken some payouts out, but I've put some money in. I've definitely given my money to Top Step, you know. I've been a DJ and gambler. I've been over trading, over leveraging, gambling combines, full porting expresses, trying to get big payouts. My biggest payout was like, or my biggest trade, I made like $3,000 in the trade on a funded account. But I was gambling, bro. I was full porting, you know, and money that comes fast goes by fast. You learn it the hard way, you know. It gives you a good high. It gives you the sense that holy shit, you can make money from the market, but it's not sustainable in the long term. You want something that's sustainable in the long term. I seen hella people blow their accounts yesterday. Hella people, you know, and we just took a calculated loss. Even though we had to win yesterday, I'm not gonna get like that. But we took a calculated loss. You're not supposed to blow your accounts in a day, bro. You blow your account when you accumulate losses, not in one trade, not in one day, bro. You're gambling. You're not trading, you're gambling. And if we want to take this seriously, if we want to have the right to say we're traders, you need to do it professionally, bro. What are professional traders? They don't gamble. They journal, they read, they study, they backtest, they forward test. If you want to be a professional, you need to do all those things, bro. We don't do those things. Now I'm doing them, and I'm looking at the I'm like I still have so little data of this, and I know if I keep going with this patience, with this discipline, eventually I'm gonna get rewarded. It's a matter of time. If you get discouraged by the loss yesterday, by the loss on Tuesday, if you get discouraged by that, trading is not for you, bro. You're bound to lose. Eventually, you're bound to lose. You can't win every single time, bro. You can't. It's impossible. You need to accept the probability that you will lose and be okay with it. It feels shitty, I'm not gonna lie. These past 2 days, yesterday I was kind of annoyed that fuck, bro, like I had to win already. I could have just manual closed. I could have just manual closed because I was 2 ticks away from take profit. The reel would have been different. The vibe on the chat would have been different if I would have exited, ended with a profit, but I didn't, and I was annoyed for sure. But here I am back at again. I'm not gonna full port. I'm not gonna change my rules just because of what happened yesterday. It's okay to feel a certain type of way. I'm human, bro. But I'm not gonna react to those feelings. I'm not gonna go to into today rushing for a trade because I lost yesterday or changing my strategy up or forcing anything. You can't be doing that, bro. You need to let go. You need to submit. You need to be disciplined, bro. Just pick one strategy. Pick something, bro. Pick whatever it is. Trend lines, supply and demand, support and resistance, bro. I've been talking about a fucking chicken that's been taking out payouts, bro. There's a chicken on my reels that takes payouts, bro. How the fuck does a chicken take a payout, dog? I'm tweaking. But that's because the strategy, it's alright to know. It's alright to read price action, bro. Like, it's good to know. But it's not the most important thing. In fact, I feel like in all trading, it's the least important part of trading. The most important parts of trading is having good risk management and having good psychology. If you keep watching videos of strategies, of charts, bro, you're looking in the wrong place, bro. The place to look is within, bro. Learn risk management, learn some math, play around with Google spreadsheets, play around with ChatGPT, ask it, all right, if I have X amount of win rate with X amount of RR, can I be profitable like this? Can I not be profitable? It's math, brother. In Trading in the Zone, this is the book I recommend for every beginner to read. Every beginner must read this book. It's a must, like it's a requirement. But in the book, it talks about in a casino, the house always wins. Picture blackjack. I mean, the players, they're bound to win some hands. They're bound to go on winning streaks. But over the long haul, over the course of the year in data, they have like a 4 or 5% edge, bro. But with that 4 or 5%, they make fucking millions, dog, upon millions and billions and trillions. We need to treat trading like if we're the house, bro. We're the ones dealing the cards. We're bound to lose, brother. But over the long term, with good risk management, with stacking the odds in our favor, we're bound to fucking win, bro. There is nothing to trade here. There's nothing to look for right now because we're just fucking chopping, bro. Nothing. That would be disrespectful to you all for me to look for a trade and trade right now. I'm not gonna trade this bullshit. But hey, past me probably would have looking for a setup right now and just be ready to click the button, ready to make money, bro. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna fucking do that because I'm not that person anymore. Because I've submitted. I understand that the slow route is the fastest route. That's all I'm gonna say. Sheesh, what a yap. What a yap. If y'all don't mind liking and subscribing, I would highly, highly appreciate it. I don't make money off this. I plan on doing all this journey for free, stream it, have all the data backed up within my streams, within the Discord, being 100% transparent. Because I'm going to complete the challenge, bro. I'm going to complete it. And y'all know it. Y'all see it. I know it. It's just a matter of time. I estimate around 90, 150 days of looking at the charts to pass the account. And I'm barely on day 27, bro. There's still a long way to go. So I'm not going to get fixated on one day's price action, you know? I'm not going to. I'm not going to do that because I'm not that person no more. And I invite you all to think the same way, to change your perspective on the charts. Detach from the money. I know it's hard, but detach. Everybody is in different situations. But we have to fucking detach from the money. As hard as it sounds, it's what you got to do. If you're chasing money, bro, you're only gonna shoot yourself in the foot. My boy Servi in the chat. What's up, brother? If y'all like Clash Royale videos, gaming videos. Follow him up. Everyone is going through the same thing, just different levels. Of course, but a good friend of mine told me, Ronnie, I fucking love that guy, bro. He's my brother, and he's been through some shit. And I asked him, I was like, bro, like, it's the weekend, and all I'm thinking about is the charts. I just want to trade all the time, you know. I want to look for an entry all the time. And he told me, like, bro, ain't the point of trading to escape the 9 to 5? Like, what the fuck are you doing treating trading like a 9 to 5, bro? Live your life, like, you know, like I said previously, bro. Cultivate your relationships. Get close to your religion, bro. Stay away from the vices. Align yourself, brother. You need to align yourself, mind, spirit, body, exercise. All that shit's gonna translate into trading, bro. If you really want this, you'll be willing to sacrifice that. You'll be willing to put in the hour review. If you're looking to make a quick buck, the market's gonna fucking humble you. It's gonna chew you and spit you out, brother. 100%. There's nothing to trade right now. We're gonna wait for the next macro. If y'all wanna leave, you can leave. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna chill here. I'm gonna keep yapping. But we're gonna wait for 10:45. Remember, we only trade macros. Let me go ahead and write them down for you. We trade from 9:45 to 10:15. From 10:45 to 11:15, 11:45, 12:15. We trade the first three macros after New York Open. We're having shitty price action right now. I mean, it's that December price action. I'm not really too stoked about that. Y'all can use ICT index. I'm gonna link it in the chat. Please use it. Ask it questions. What are the macros? It's gonna take a while, but it's gonna give you an answer. It's gonna provide you with resources from YouTube that y'all could check out to keep learning, studying all these concepts that I'm talking about. You could click here. It's gonna open a video
occurs in the London session. I'm showing you these two here because of this reason.
where he talks about the macros and shit. I don't want to get copyright striked, but please check that website out. But these are the macros that we trade. We're gonna wait for 10:45 to look for an entry. It's 10:20 right now. You can see about 25 more minutes. If y'all have any questions, chart related, personal advice, anything, bro, anything that I could help, any trades right now? Nah, brother, no trades. Terrible price action right now. Disgusting price action. Nobody should be in a trade right now. What made you want to get into trading? Fuck, bro. I've always been. I mean, my name is Matrix Miss, right? I've always been so scared of the rat race of the 9 to 5. I learned about trading when I was 16, 17 is when I started demo trading. Um, and it was just like super cool to me, like just looking at the charts and just learning about this. But I started putting money in it in around 2020. So it took me like 3 years in demo, and then I started trading in 2020. Is that not a 1 minute unicorn, brother? This is chop. If I would trade this, that would be pattern trading. I'm not gonna pattern trade. We're off the macro barcode. Like I'm not gonna like. This is definitely definitely a unicorn right here, but I'm not gonna trade that. It's disgusting. Off macro, I'd rather wait for the second macro for a better opportunity. Maybe a more of a higher time frame alignment. I mean, yes, there's a unicorn in the 1 minute, but let's look at the 2 minute. Disgusting. 3 minute disgusting. 5 minute disgusting. Like, I don't want to be in any of this. Only enter the trade inside the macro. Listen to my boy Sam trades. Only inside the macro, bro. We need to be strict with that. Be strict with your rules. Write down your rules. Every single rule. Risk management, strategy. Write them down, bro. I guarantee you, those rules, you write them down and you follow them, I guarantee you're going to be profitable. But But that's where we fail. That's where we struggle. We don't follow our rules because one day defines us, because one day we followed our rules and we lost and we start second guessing. You need to detach from that daily shit. Please, can you explain why it's a unicorn? I'm pretty sure I understand the model, but would you mind going over again? I wouldn't mind, brother. So, like I said, this is trash chop, all right? But there's definitely a unicorn here. Like the same right here, we have a bearish order block paired with a breakaway gap right here. Do not take this trade, all right? Do not take it. I'm just going to mark it out. And you aim for a 2-to-1. Yeah, like even the range is too big. Like I would not trade this. But the reason it's a unicorn is because there's a bearish order block. Like for example, if price is meant to continue to push lower, this order block right here is meant to push price lower. So it places the order block, it pushes the price lower, and then it inverses. That makes it's still an order block because the next candle it pushed, it dropped, but then it gets inverse. Bearish order flow gets disrespected. I went long. Why, bro? Why did you go long? Fuck, bro. Like, don't. I need to stop putting that thing. I feel responsible for that. Don't go long there, brother. There's nothing to trade right now. We're off the macro. There's nothing. So when you pair the order block, which in this case it's a mitigation block because it didn't take. It doesn't matter if it's a mitigation or a breaker block. It doesn't matter. But it didn't sweep any of these liquidities. It's a mitigation. It got inversed with movement, leaving a breakaway gap. Right here is a bag. I mean, obviously it's not gonna play out because we're chopping. It's barcode. There's nothing here. If I would have entered here, that would have been pattern trading, bro. We're not gonna pattern trade. We need to align ourselves. We need to find a better opportunity, better price action, bro. There is nothing right now. We're off the macro. I'm not gonna trade nothing right now. Again, nothing in the stream is. Please follow at your own risk. I have not entered a trade, bro. So don't enter. Like, if you're following along, do not enter a trade right now, bro. Cause I have not looked for a trade. I've been saying don't trade right now. This is trash. Nothing to trade right now. All right, you're responsible. All right, that's good, brother. Made me feel bad, bro. Shit, because yesterday the same thing happened. I was like, don't enter this trade. I put the same shit. And somebody told me I went long there, bro. Come on, bro. Like I said, don't. Bro, I feel bad. I feel responsible. I don't want y'all to lose money, right? I don't wanna harm you in any way. Like the quite opposite. I want y'all to benefit from me. I want y'all to learn something, generate an impact. Isn't that the whole point? I just blew my account. Goddamn, brother. Was it a funded? Was it an eval? Did you over leverage, over risk? There's nothing to trade right now, boys. Please do not enter a trade. There's nothing, bro. Absolutely nothing. We're not chasing that dopamine, bro. It says in the manuscript, bro. I wait for alignment, not excitement. I don't need to trade often. We don't need to trade often, bro. Let's look at the calendar. 2 trades, 2 trades, 1 trade. Let's look at last week. 1 trade, 1 trade, 1 trade. This is all you need, bro. 1 trade, bro. 1 trade a day. 2 trades max, bro. Don't make trading more stressful than it already is, bro. Don't make it more chaotic than it already is because markets are unpredictable. With fucking, there could be a unicorn anywhere, but the market does not care about a unicorn, bro. The market does not give a fuck about your inverse fair value gap. It doesn't care about your FVGs. The market's gonna do whatever the fuck it wants, bro. It's unpredictable. So we actually need to accept the risk, bro. We need to find a risk that you're comfortable with and stick to it. Limit yourself to trades. If you can't do it yourself, that's why Top Step has the options, bro. Put a daily loss limit. Put a maximum trades limit. I'm not gonna gamble here on stream. I'm not gonna. There's always tomorrow. If no setup today, then fine. There's always tomorrow, bro. Exactly. Thank you, Sam. There's always tomorrow. Like the charts are gonna be here tomorrow, bro. And the day after tomorrow, and on Monday, Tuesday, and again, the cycle's gonna. It's always gonna be here, bro. We're so overly attached in the day to day. That's why we're fucking cooked. So please, please, the strategy doesn't matter. The unicorn doesn't matter, bro. Pick one strategy. Anything that could give you some sort of edge, just pick it. Supply and demand, trend lines, order book, whatever, bro. Just pick something, bro. Stick to it. That because that's not the main part. That's not the most important part. The most important part, risk management and psychology, bro. Read some books. Trading in the Zone, Turtle Trader, Psychology of Trading. Um, biggest best loser wins, which is this book right here. Read some non-trading books, bro, because sometimes our ego gets in the way. Best loser wins, great book. Our ego gets in the way, bro. Ego is the enemy. You overly attach your ego to the charts. When you lose, you feel personally attacked on your ego. You're ashamed. You feel shame, bro. When you lose, you feel shame. Remove that shame part, bro. Stop attaching your identity. How long it took you to become profitable? I'm not profitable yet, brother. I'm trying to. I mean, I feel like it's not of becoming profitable is either you are profitable or you're not profitable with the decisions you make every day. As of the decisions I've made today, I am profitable. I could say I'm profitable because I journal, because I'm patient, I'm disciplined, I follow my rules, I follow a strategy. Isn't aren't those the components of someone profitable? I mean, obviously making money, but that's the byproduct. But we need to be input focused. Don't focus on the output. The output is the money. We can't focus on the output. We need to focus on the inputs, on journaling, on the discipline, on reading books, exercising, discipline, patience. The inputs, bro. Focus on your inputs. The money will follow the inputs. If you're chasing the output mainly, you're gonna blow your accounts, bro. You're gonna over leverage, over risk, and you're gonna get cooked. Yeah, you might win 1 week, get lucky. You might win 2 weeks. Oh yeah, get your payouts. You're fucking profitable, right? You're making money. And then all of a sudden you go on a cold streak for 4 months, then you're just blowing your money, bro. Money that comes fast, fast it will go, brother. Being profitable is not a destination. It's either it's a yes or no. It's a decision. Either you are or you're not. With the decisions you make every day, you determine if you're profitable or not. Do you journal? Shit, I don't journal. You're not profitable, bro. Like you're bound to get cooked. You need to collect the data from your trading, bro. And I'm doing it right now. We barely. This is a long-term journey, bro. Like I'm picturing. I want this number to get to like 100 trades. That would be dope to see all the 100 trades that I took, and just iterate from that. Oh shit. I, my bias was bearish and I'm taking longs and I keep losing, like maybe I should start trading against the trend, or shit, I'm more profitable when I trade SMTs, or like iterate, bro. Like on no news days, or shit, on Mondays I'm least profitable, so I'm gonna start trading Mondays, or this is so you get fixed into always trading the same thing, into following your rules, into Get the dopamine from filling your journal, bro. If you gamble, if you're just trading whatever, what the fuck are you gonna journal, bro? Can you please show how to mark out an order block? Yes, sir. This right here is a bearish order block. This is an order block. An order block, for in this example, a bearish order block is a bullish candle that's engulfed by a bearish candle. What does engulf mean? It means that the body closes below the body of the bullish candle, making this a bearish order block. And notice we place the bearish order block and look at how price dumps and takes liquidity. Will there be a backtesting stream anytime soon? Yeah, there will be. Probably, we'll see. I'll let y'all know, but I'll definitely implement the backtesting for sure. I mean, obviously per request. I don't really like backtesting if I'm being honest. I do backtest. I backtest a lot, bro, and I feel like I grew to despise it. But like if it'll help you all, I'll definitely do it. You're way too patient. I gotta learn, brother. Thank you, bro. That's what I'm trying to promote here, bro. Patience, bro. Discipline. There's nothing to trade. Just wait. Align yourself. So when the price, in theory, yes. In theory, when price comes back to the order block, that's if y'all trade supply and demand, that's basically order block taps. But for example, in this case, it didn't respect the order block. Oh shit, maybe we're trying to flip bullish. Maybe we're trying to flip bullish. Those are the things to keep in mind. Those are the things to ask yourself. We're disrespecting this bearish order block. Maybe we're meant to push bullish. But finally, we're starting to see a lot more ranges here, not chop. A lot more range. About 10 more minutes for the macro. We've been in an uptrend. I want to see these equal highs over here get taken. More bullish than bearish, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. We don't get fixated on the bias. We just wait. Is it that order blocks are where liquidity is, maybe stop losses as well, hence the dump as a result in those you marked in the chart? I like to think of order blocks of where smart money comes in. It manipulates in this bullish, like it's placing the sell orders here on this bullish candle, hence price dumps. And whenever price, for example, in this bearish order block, let's picture it didn't get inversed. Let's picture it got respected, right? Price comes, respects this bearish order block, and makes a new lower low. Let's picture this scenario where we get another sweep of liquidity, tapping this bearish order block. What I like to think is if price is intended to deliver bearish and continue to seek for sell side liquidity, where do you think smart money wants to sell? Do you think it wants to sell down here or up here? It obviously wants to sell on the premium. Smart money wants to come in, trap all the buyers, and sell up here to continue pushing the price lower. That's how I like to think of order blocks. That accent has me on a chokehold. What does that mean? What that mean? What that mean? Is that an order block on the low too? Nah, no order block here. You could see that this bearish candle does not get engulfed by the next bullish candle right here. So this isn't an order block. But hey, we're pushing right now. That's good. About a couple more minutes. Bro, you give signal. I'm not a signal guru, brother. I just take trades. If you want to follow along, it's a good thing. Trust. All right. If you want to follow along, you could follow along, but do it under your own risk, bro. I'm not an expert. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Like, I'm just trading, bro. Follow at your own risk. You can look at the description. There's a disclaimer. I'm gonna put a disclaimer on screen here. Please follow at your own risk. Thanks again. I'm learning easier from you, bro. Appreciate it, brother. I'm glad you can learn something. And feel free to ask any questions, any advice, anything. I'm trying to provide value here. I'm not making money off this. I want to make money off trading, bro. I want to complete the challenge. I want to prove to myself that I could do this. I know I will. And I'm just going to keep going. Like, if you want to support me, if anything I say is valuable to you, please like, please subscribe. That's how you can support me. Comment on my videos, comment on my reels. That's the only way you could support me. Cause I'm not charging no money. I don't do mentorships. I don't sell a course. I don't do paid Discord. I don't do none of that shit. The only reason I'm streaming right now and the only reason I upload is to help me improve in my journey. Bro, could you send again the spreadsheet of journey and allow editing? Nah, bro. I could send it again, but you're supposed to click on top left archive and make a copy. Don't try to edit the one I see a lot of people do it, but don't try to edit the one oh boy. But I could definitely send it again. You're good, brother. How much lot size for $100? Ask ChatGPT, bro. Depending on where you put your stop loss, is how much contracts you're gonna open. But I think, for example, for a 10-point stop loss, $100, I think it's 2 micros. Miss bro, plus plus on long 2 minute breaker structure, IFVG early exit, good shit, brother. I'm glad you could win. We're gonna wait 5 more minutes to look for a trade. We're chilling right now. We'll see what the price wants to do. We're trading off bearish imbalances, trading off a bearish IVG, FVG right there. 1 hour, 15-minute FVG. We're in 15 minutes of the range. Ideally, we want to see it come. Grab the fib tool. We've already reached 50% of the range. Maybe ideally inside of OTE, which is this right here. Ideally, maybe look for a short in the unicorn, or maybe look for a long into OTE. We'll see. We're gonna wait what the macro provides. Remember the trading manuscript. I am a professional trader. I move with purpose, not emotion. My job is not to predict. My job is to react. We're gonna react based on what the market gives us in the macro. So for now, we wait. Like I said, patience, discipline. We wait, we chill. If y'all have any questions, please ask them. Any advice, anything of value I could provide to y'all. I mean, y'all are here for a reason. It's all reflective. We think the same way. So if y'all got any questions, please ask without hesitation. There's also another book from Ryan Holiday that I want to recommend. Ego is the Enemy is a great book. It's a trilogy. The next book after this, which is the one that changed my life, is called Stillness is the Key. Let's Google it. Stillness. This is the book. Bro, you need to read this book, brother. It's a must. It's a must. It's a must. I have several books here. But yeah. In general, what do you think about BTC? Fuck, bro. I'm bullish on Bitcoin. I love Bitcoin. I have some investments in Bitcoin. Um, right now it's on a fire sale and discount. Like I said, I'm not a financial advisor, bro. Like I don't have insider information. I don't know shit about nothing, bro. But me personally, I'm bullish on Bitcoin. I think it's gonna look good in the next 10 years. I plan to hold for 10 years, 15 years until I could buy a house maybe. What was your bias coming into the day and why? My bias coming into the day is bearish simply by a process of elimination. We start from the daily time frame and we look at the daily time frame. On the daily, we're bullish because we inversed this daily FVG. On the 4 hour, we're bearish because we came and tapped this bearish 4 hour fair value gap right here. Look, price come sweeps. So on the 4 hour, I'm bearish. We come down to the 1 hour and it's the same thing. On the 1 hour, we swept into that same fair value gap, bearish. 15 minutes, same thing. We're inside of a bearish fair value gap. We traded inside of a bearish fair value gap. I'm bearish. So even though on the daily it's bullish, I would rather look for shorts on the lower time frame because we're not trying to get a 200-point move. We're just trying to scalp. At most, we look for 60-point move. At most, we're in the macro now. Maybe want to see a sweep of internal right here to continue to push lower. I'm looking at ES closely as well. Can you share your manuscript? You have in your own fog? Yeah, I need it. It's just I have it printed. I need to find the document. People have been telling me I'm gonna do it. I need to do it off stream, but y'all gotta remind me, bro. I forget. Let me read another line because I already read the first three. Let me read the fourth. It says, losses don't break me, they teach me. A red trade is feedback, not failure. I don't fight to be right, I trade to be consistent. One trade does not define me, the process does. Next line says, I am patient in waiting and ruthless in execution. I move only when my system calls me to act. When I enter, I commit with clarity and confidence. When I exit, I do so without hesitation or regret. I'm watching closely. I'm watching ES as well. I'm watching. Probably need a little bit more context, but we're watching real close. One trade doesn't define me, the process does. Exactly, brother. Don't attach your ego to your P&L, brother. If you want to attach your ego to something, you shouldn't attach it to anything. The ego doesn't fucking exist. Contesta. Is it okay to use older order blocks, or does it have to be the most recent? I mean, it's okay to use older order blocks, but keep in mind that if an order block gets tapped too much, it's bound to get disrespected. Just keep that in mind. Hope that makes sense. If you want to attach your ego to anything, which you shouldn't have an ego. The ego doesn't exist. But if you want to, attach it to your process. Get angry when you break your rules, bro. Not when you lose money or make money. Fuck the P&L, bro. It's looking good for shorts. I mean, we're displacing. Mm, yeah, this bullish order block get inversed. We're gonna see if it leaves a gap down here. Still kind of iffy. Definitely more inclined to take shorts. You've already passed the 50%. We're gonna see how this candle closes. We're waiting. Invalid trade for me as ES took the minor sell side. Let's see. ES did take the minor. And there's no SMTs at the highs. Yeah, it's not really high probability. I would wait. Mm, I would wait. I wouldn't trade that. Please don't trade that. I would wait. I'm not gonna trade it. I'm gonna wait. If you only have a long wick passing below or above your order block and closes normally above or below, will it be a breaker block or order block, bro? So ideally, when an order block gets respected, you want to see it close above the 50% of the order block. So let's picture this same bearish order block right here. Let's think none of this happened. Let's think none of this happened. But let's just look at this order block right here. Let's grab the path. If price comes and wicks above but then closes below the order block, it's valid order block to continue to push lower. But if the body of the order block closes above, that would invalidate the order block and that would make it a breaker block or a mitigation block. I take a screenshot on the top right. I'll show you right now. Wait, I want to look at price. Give me a second. Maybe you want to see a sweep of this liquidity. Maybe you want to see us inverse this order block right here to align with the higher time frame and look for longs trading inside of OTE. We're watching closely. We're watching closely. I'll show you right now, Juan. I'll show you how to save the trade. Give me a second, brother. But on the top right, you should see a camera, and I do is copy link. If you're trading in Trading View or Project X, but we're waiting. We're watching price. We have a lot more ranges. I would be more comfortable to look for a trade here. Ideally, we want to wait closer to when the hour closes. You could do it on Project X, yes, brother. There's a camera on the top right. We're watching. If we want to see this flip bullish, I want to see this order block get inversed to keep pushing to OTE. Neither NQ nor ES swept this buy side liquidity. Always have ES on the side. We're respecting very nicely this high volume fair value gap. I want to see it get respected, and I want to see an inverse of this bullish order block aligning with our higher time frame. We're waiting. Okay, I did it. Thanks. Good shit, brother. I believed in you. We're waiting, bros. We want to wait maybe closer to 11 a.m. Let's look at the 1 hour. Closer to 11 a.m. When the new 1 hour candle opens. We're getting some nice rejection. Fuck, I need to take a piss, but I don't want to leave the charts right now. We're waiting. We're waiting, bros. We're respecting this bullish order block nicely. I mean, this bullish fair value gap. We want to see an inverse of this bearish. I'm watching ES closely as well. We want to see a market structure shift on both. Look at how it rejects from that order block. Order blocks are important. Keep an eye on them. I only mark out the bodies just to give me an idea where they are. But in theory and in practice, you should mark out the whole order block. But for simplicity's sake, I just mark out the bodies. But look at how it rejects. It taps into that bearish order block, and price is hesitant to trade up. We might break it, but look at the reaction of the candle. Has imbalances on both sides. Buyers and sellers playing tug of war. Let's see who comes out on top. We're getting volume coming in. We're getting sharp movements from the candles. Look at how this tiny, tiny candle has a lot of volume compared to the other ones. That's a good sign that we just came, swap liquidity, tap into the imbalance. I want to see a break to the upside, but we're waiting. We're gonna react. We're not gonna prematurely enter nothing because this could easily reject off this order block, tap in this into this unicorn and continue pushing lower easily. So we react. We wait reactively. We're not gonna jump in prematurely. We want to wait closer to the hour. It's 10:56 right now. You want to wait for that 1 hour candle open, maybe. Grab the wick, follow the body. For now, we wait. I'm looking at ES closely as well. Pushing lower. What are the main confluences you look out for a trade setup that is A plus? Ideally liquidity sweep paired with the breaker block, paired with the breakaway gap. That's a unicorn, aligned with my higher time frame bias. I've taken several A plus setups and I know what they look like. I know what they feel like. You don't get any drawdown. You get clean delivery to your take profit. That's why you move your stop loss. That's why you trail because you want to trade those A plus setups. Because in clean delivery, if you trail, you're never gonna get stopped out because you always move to protect the lows, protect the lows. But right now we wait. We haven't taken a trade. We're sideline. What is a breakaway gap? I haven't learned. It's a fair value gap that uh it's a fair value gap that makes a market structure shift. So it's a market structure shift paired with a fair value gap. That's a breakaway gap. But we're waiting right now. We're just observing. We want to get closer to the hour change. It's 10:58. Right now we're chilling. I am on high alert though. We have a good target here. Minor buy side. I mean buy side liquidity, not minor, just buy side liquidity. Internal. External would be up here. I look like Jersey Joe. Who the fuck is Jersey Joe, brother? I'm gonna have to Google him. Is that a compliment? I hope it is. I hope that motherfucker's good looking. We're waiting though. One more minute for the hourly candle to close. We're chilling. Ideally, this is the order block that I want to see get inversed. But we're gonna be reactive. We're not gonna trade nothing. We're waiting. 30 seconds. I expect to see a lot of volume and volatility coming here shortly. If the market gods allow it. Alright. Look at that candle. Look at that candle. Look at the volume, bro. Just brings a smile to my face. It respected that 1 minute. Yup. We want to see it keep getting respected. We want to see an inverse. I'm looking at ES closely as well. We're reactive. I'm not gonna enter out this 1 hour 1 minute FEG tab and just look for a long. Nah, that wouldn't be smart. I'd rather wait. I'm also looking at ES. There's a 2 minute order block on ES that I'm watching. That maybe I want to see it get inversed. We're still seeping liquidity. Trump's what? I didn't see that. Where did you see that Trump speaks? I didn't. There's nothing. FOMC member Bowman speaks. We're waiting. We're still waiting for now. We want to take a good setup. We don't want to trade no bullshit. Still, I feel like price is struggling to determine a direction. Buyers and sellers tug of war. I trade NQ, brother. MNQ right here. The chart you're looking at is where I place my orders. But I'm looking at ES really closely all the time. And sometimes I take trades on NQ based off ES. Sometimes there's a unicorn on ES that it's not on NQ. Right now we're just gonna keep dumping. We're definitely waiting. This could be the bottom wick of the 1 hour. It's making the bottom wick. This could definitely, if you think power of three, this could be a manipulation. You want to see it distribute higher. We have another order block here that I like to mark out. We're waiting. The 1 hour just opened. Need to be reactive. We need to wait until we align with our setup. We wait for now. The market could do whatever the fuck the market wants to do. It could continue dumping, sweeping this liquidity, but we still wait. Where do you have ES open? Is it side by side? on your screen, or do you have it? No, it's here. Y'all don't see it, but it's like here on the other MES. You see it right there, but I have it hidden. But make sure the goal here and the point here is so in the future y'all don't need me, bro. Y'all could take trades by yourselves. So I'm not a signal guru, bro. Up 2.5% on the 100K. Took another trade on gold. Sheesh. Are you funded now? Did you pass the phase one? Is that enough? That's my boy Ronnie. If y'all speak Spanish and trade supply and demand, hit him up. We're waiting. Price could do whatever the fuck it wants to do. If it wants to keep dumping, it keeps dumping. Just straight bearish candles. Now I'm only up 2.5%. That's good, brother. That's huge gain. We still have time for the macro. We still have 15 minutes for the macro. It's just dumping, bro. Yo, I've been trying to have two tabs on Tastet, but couldn't figure out how to do so. Could you show me? Yeah, I could show you. Super simple, brother. Real quick. Right here on the top right, select layout, and you just click on this one. You got a split screen like that. Hope that helped. We might see a sweep. We're gonna mark out. What I like to do is mark out every order block that I see. Ideally, we want this to be a breaker block. We're in the discount of the range. There's still time for the macro. There's still time. The FEG on the left, that was to the upside. Wait, hold up. We sweep the liquidity. There's SMT with ES. ES didn't sweep this low yet. It might. It might do it. Candle still doesn't close. That helps. Appreciate it, bro. We have SMT. Yes, we do. We're waiting. What do we want to see? Ideally, that is what we want to see ideally. If we're thinking market maker model, but we're waiting. We're not gonna trade off hopes and dreams. If price wants to continue to bleed and dump, just let it. We're supposed to feel no FOMO here, bro. No FOMO. Let price go without you, bro. It's all right. Why did you take shorts off that big bullish candle? Hell no, brother. Too much variability. I only wait for a unicorn. Plus, we didn't really tap it. I would consider a sweep of this high, maybe. I'll consider a short. Only if there's unicorn. We still have SMTs at the low and we're getting good rejection. We're waiting. I'm in no rush to take a trade. I have no feelings. Can you explain what you mean by unicorn? Yes, I'll explain right now, brother. Give me a second. A unicorn is a breaker block or mitigation block paired with a breakaway gap. I enter on the tap. But we're waiting. We want to see this order block specifically get inversed. ES is rejecting nicely as well. Would the SMT invalidate your current? No, I have a long idea. The Nasdaq 1 hour heat map is mostly red. Only Nvidia remains positive. All right, bet. We'll keep it in mind. A lot of chop. I mean, we are gonna have a 5 minute unicorn here for bears. Maybe targeting this external. You can see there's a unicorn because there is a bullish order block right here that gets inverse paired with the gap. But I'm gonna see how these candles react. Let's look at the heat map. Nah, let's not. Wait, let's wait. We'll wait. We have SMTs at the lows. We had a clean bearish sweep. We didn't sweep buy side liquidity. I want to see a sweep of liquidity to continue pushing lower towards this sell side. We're thinking efficient price action, right? Because this could definitely just keep shorting and taking. That wouldn't be an efficient price action. We want to see a sweep of buy side. So that's what I would target. But first, I want to see this get inversed. When you're looking for A plus setup, is the unicorn in all time frames? Not necessarily. For here, for example, I want to see a shift in market structure here. That ES also shifts in market structure, but it leaves a breakaway gap. For now, we're waiting. We're tapping into that 5 minute unicorn right there. We want to see how it reacts off it, but I want to see a shift in market structure here. We're waiting though. Could also respect that order block and continue to dump on the off that 5 minute unicorn. Ideally, I want to see a shift of market structure here. But we wait. I'm not gonna just jump the gun. We're gonna wait. I mean, I could easily switch my idea because we're tapping into the 5 minute unicorn. Even though we have bullish SMT, we do have sell side to be taken. What would that trade even look like? I'll probably do like a short scalp trade. 20 points, that's like 7 contracts. But we're already dumping. Not too confident in the setup. If I'm being honest, if I'm being real, if I'm not confident, I'm not gonna trade anything. I'm not gonna force it. Price is delivering from 15 minute. Yep. But we swept. Let's see. We're waiting. Stayed respecting that bearish order block. Not too confident in this short because we're already in the discount of the range. And shorting on the discount, I'm not too keen on it. Internal range liquidity to external range liquidity. Yep. It delivered. But let's see. I'm not too confident in the setup right now. The macro's about to end. We still have one more macro to go. For now, we're waiting. We're sidelined. There's nothing too clear for me right now. I was looking at this 5 minute, but not too confident because we're in a discount. I would rather look for longs on the discount. But for now, if we're not confident, we wait. It says in the manuscript, I wait for alignment, not excitement. I'm not aligned right now. So I rather just wait. Looking at the 5 minute closely. Ideally, we want to see an inverse with a market structure shift off this bullish breaker. That's ideally. But the market could do whatever the fuck market wants to do. It doesn't care about my unicorn. And we're tapping that order block again. We're close to tapping it. I mean, we are tapping it if we count the wicks. We're tapping it. If we get a lot of taps, that's a sign that it wants to disrespect it. We're waiting. You want to see a market structure shift? Gonna wait for the last macro. I'm gonna give myself some minutes of grace here. This candle makes the market structure shift. We're waiting. It's probably not. It's probably just gonna respect, keep dumping. Maybe. Who knows? The market could do whatever it wants to do. It's displacing. It's struggling though. And we get a new 15-minute candle open. We're gonna wait for the last macro. No trades as of yet. We're gonna wait for the last macro. There's no trade for me right now. So I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna take a piss. I'm gonna get coffee. Do the same thing. If y'all have any questions, type them out. If y'all want to leave, y'all can leave. But I'm gonna wait. All right. BRB. 15 minutes. BRB. Yo, yo, yo. We ended up inversing beautifully. Yeah, I'm back, my bad. But just, not gonna lie, inefficient price action, bro. We're waiting for the last macro to see if we get some sort of trade. So far, no trade. And that's all right because we're detached. We're not fixated in the day by day. You want to take good setups. There's been no setups. But that's at this December price action, bro. We're gonna wait for the macro. Ugh. We're chilling. Let's look at the calendar real quick, how we're doing. So far, we've taken 8 trades. We've won 5. We've lost 3. We're up 1.4K. Good stats for me. Um, a good profit factor. A clean, healthy equity curve. What do you mean by waiting for the macro? Give me a second. Let's say we had a 100% win rate last week. We carried it on to Monday. Then Tuesday, this is what Tuesdays look like. But it's all good. What do I mean by macro times? What I mean by macro times is I'm looking to take trades from 9:45 to 10:15, 10:45, 11:15, 11:45, 12:15. These are the macro times that I trade. I give myself 30-minute window to look for a trade. We still have 10 more minutes. I mean, 20 more minutes for the macro to look for trades. I want to teach you all nothing about the charts, but everything about patience and discipline. The slowest route is the fastest way to get there. I will pass this road to glory. I will reach the 1 million in funding. And I will document everything for free. I will stream every single trade. But I just want to show you this is what it takes to reach that 1 million in funding. I'm trying to prove a point here. Because yeah, I'm funded right now. I'm 1 day off of payout. I could full port right now to look for a big heavy win and get a payout and grab my cash and run, but I'm not gonna do that. I'd rather be patient and stack because I am in no rush to passing this challenge. No rush whatsoever. I'm estimating passing the challenge, the road to glory, between day 90 and day 150. I'm on day 27, bro. Still a long way to go. Still a lot of trades to take. OT reversal, yup, that looked clean to me. But we're waiting. Where y'all from? Where are y'all watching from? I'm wondering. I'm curious. I know there's a lot of India in here, a lot of USA. Where are y'all based? Where are you from? Where are you watching? From where are you watching me? If there's anybody on the other side of the screen. Puerto Rico, nice. Quebec, Philippines, US, Texas, DMV. DMV? Ain't that the place in the US where you like get your license plates or something? The DMV? What's DMV? Spain? Damn, España, tío. That's crazy. That's crazy. 40 viewers. Um, oh, DC, Maryland, Virginia. That's crazy, bro. I mean, about 2 weeks ago, I had 3 people watching my stream. It was 3 friends. Right now, we were peaking at 60 earlier. We have 38 right now because people want to see trades. They want to make money. We gotta realize that the way to make money is to detach from the money, bro. The more you chase it, the more you push it away. Find good habits, good discipline. I used to stream Twitch, Road to Glory, FIFA back in the day. Bro, you're the first one that mentions this. But the reason I started this Road to Glory is because of FIFA, bro. Starting with the bronze team, and then you make that team of the year team from bronze. Shit, now it's Road to Glory, but on trading. I wanna prove that it's possible from a 50k eval. Following the step by step, get funded. Step one, step two, reach the buffer. Step three, reach the max payout. Might not even be a trade today. Market so ass. It's all right though. There's gonna be markets tomorrow. We're gonna wait for the macro. You never know. Anything could happen. But it doesn't matter, bro. It really doesn't matter. Like just show up every day because we're here for the longevity. I don't want to blow my account today. I don't want to take whatever trade. I don't want to. I don't need a payout right now. I'm not rich. Hell no. I would love the money, but I'm not gonna chase it, bro. Yes, that's why I connected with your vids. Watch them all on IG. Then fine. Appreciate it, bro. And I'm just glad I've attracted like-minded individuals. This was always the goal, bro. To have someone to talk about trading, someone accountability, community. Like we're all in this shit together. We've all been through the same struggles, through the same like it doesn't have to be a lonely journey like they portray it. Like, oh, you need to do this alone, it's a solo journey. Part of it is, but it doesn't have to be, bro. We're all in this shit together, and this is a lifelong journey. Trading has changed my life, and I don't mean it economically, bro, because it hasn't, but I mean it introspectively, bro. Being comfortable under your skin, bro. Facing all your bullshit, all your bad habits, all your shitty habits, accepting them, bro. It's not easy to understand the keys to go slowly, and you're detached from the P&L. Exactly, bro. That's the hardest part to realize, to come to terms with that. You have to detach from the P&L because like I said, right now you could win. You could full port win 2K. No, you win tomorrow again. You have a good week. You take your payouts. Money that comes fast will go by fast. There is no rush, bro. Tomorrow there will be markets. If we take no trades today, that's all right. That would be very disrespectful to everybody watching here for me to take a bullshit setup. It would be fucking disrespectful because that's not what I'm trying to achieve here. I'm trying to actually take good trades and prove to y'all what it takes to be a profitable trader, a good trader, bro. Yeah, I took a trade and lost. Don't rush it. That's what I mean. How many times has it happened that you rush into a trade and you're locked out? You already lost what you're supposed to lose, and then a few minutes after, you see your setup print. It's like, fuck, if I would have just waited, bro. It's a classic. How do you avoid that? Just don't click the button until you see your setup. Just don't click the button. That's the hardest part of trading, not clicking the button. And we haven't clicked it. One of the most important things with trading is patience and discipline. I feel like it's the only important thing, bro. Like I said, there's a fucking chicken getting payouts, bro. There's a chicken, an actual chicken, clicking the buy and sell button, getting payouts, bro. Like I'm fucking livid with that fucking chicken. There's people I've seen a flip the coin challenge. People getting payouts from flipping a coin, clicking buy and sell. How do you explain that? Risk management and patience, bro. Risk management and discipline. The strategy fucking doesn't matter. I know that's all y'all care for right now, in the sense that because I get a lot of questions, the unicorn, what's the unicorn? The unicorn. Obviously, it's definitely important to learn, but you're gonna learn the unicorn in a week, bro. You're gonna understand the unicorn in 2 sessions, bro. It's easy to see and visualize and understand. Reading price action, if you consume charts frequently, you will get it eventually. But that's not the hard part of trading, bro. Pick a strategy, whether it's ICT, IFVGs, FVG taps, unicorn, supply and demand, support and resistance, trend lines, book map. Just pick something and stick to it. My first payout took me 3 months. Then I took another payout after that. But now, hell no. Since March, because of the rush to take those payouts. Exactly, bro. You might get lucky. You might get lucky 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. But then you go on a dry spell and suddenly you give your payouts back to the prop firms, bro, and you're back to square one. You're back to square one. We want longevity in this business, bro. Eventually, right now, I'm only trading one account, but the plan is to do this to repeat this, but on 20 accounts, bro. 30 accounts. And instead of making $600 in a day, you're fucking making 20K in a day, bro. That's the goal, that's the plan, but it starts from here, bro. It starts from one account. Can you do this on one account? Can you have the discipline to stick to something on one account? If you can't do it on one account, what makes you think you're going to do it on 20? Hell no, bro. Though you can't rush it. Prove to yourself on one account you could get the max payout. When you prove to yourself you could do it on one account, all right, now go get your other accounts. Now bring everything else in. You can't fucking rush it, bro. You can't. Like, it's impossible, bro. Because the market is going to humble you. It's going to fucking chew you up and it's going to spit you out. What are the three best ICT strategies that are easily repeatable, bro? They all work, bro. I swear they all work. There's nothing that's going to be 100% win rate. Like, there's none of that. But what I mean is price delivers efficiently off imbalances, off liquidity sweeps. They all work, bro. Y'all, I'm pretty sure y'all know PB trading. They only strictly trade IFVGs and liquidity. They trade the mecha model. They trade inversions. Um, but they're strict with it, and they have a fixed RR, and they follow the strat. They follow the rules every single day. That's why they're profitable, not because of their strategy, bro. Because they follow the rules every single day. That's why they're profitable. There's people trade unicorns like myself that they follow it religiously. To get the max payout on Top Step, you have to get 10K, then ask for 5K. Yeah, exactly. That's the plan, to get 10K, like to make a 10K balance. How am I gonna do that? The plan is to reach $5,000 in balance right here, and then I'm gonna scale up. Instead of risking $300, I'm gonna risk probably $700, $600 to make 1,200 or something like that. Yeah, like I said, Jack, every strategy works. I give you an example. I know PB Trading. I don't know if you know who they are, Patty and Blake. They trade the mecha model, which is inversion fair value gaps, and they're highly profitable, bro. But like I said, just find something and stick to it. It's IFVG's work, fair value gap taps work, CRT works, unicorn works. Any the forever model from Justin Werlin works beautifully. They all work, but it's just pick one and stick to it religiously. Like it's the, trust me when I say it's the least important thing. Like it's the just anyone that's easier for you to identify, pick it and stick with it. Forward test it with a set of rules and game plan. Forward test it. But we need to stop switching around from strategy to strategy from just pick one thing, bro. Because that's 10% of the work in trading. 90% of the work in trading is patience and discipline. Patience and discipline. Accountability, sticking to the rules, following the plan, bro. We never actually follow the plan, bro. And we're like, oh, this strategy doesn't fucking work. This strategy just because you took a loss or you took two back-to-back losses or maybe three back-to-back losses. You can't stick with it. You need a data of fucking 100 trades, bro, not 5 trades, bro. And it's something that's gonna take time with like everything, bro. It takes time to master your craft, to actually get better. I'm I'm still a beginner at this unicorn shit, but I'm sticking to it and I'm inviting to it. What has happened since? I've passed accounts, I've gotten payouts, but just because I've been disciplined with actually sticking to the unicorn, with actually sticking to a set of rules and plans. That's what it comes down to. Sticking to the plan. Don't deviate. Don't get discouraged. I took 2 losses, 2 losing days. Of course, there's gonna be people on the stream that's gonna get discouraged. Shit, maybe even some hate. Like this guy doesn't know how to trade. Whatever, bro. But I don't care for that because I know I'm gonna get the 1 million in funding, but it's gonna take time. It takes time, like everything, bro. Everything valuable is gonna take time. If it was easy, everybody would have it. But it takes time. I need to prove to myself that I could reach a max payout with one account. When I can reach a max payout with one account, I'm gonna try to do that shit with 20 accounts, bro. It's exponential. Was there a 1 minute unicorn on NQ? If it's not, can you explain what it tabs at 1126? Well, firstly, I wouldn't even consider it because it's off the macro, but I'll review it. It tabs at 1126. Uh, sure. Yeah, you could say there's a unicorn here. I mean, thinking that there's nothing here on the right. Imagine there's nothing here on the right, but right here, if we're looking bearish, we have a bullish order block right here, paired with a breakaway gap right here. If this was the macro, you probably want to look for a trade right here. Stops above the high right here. You would have gotten stopped out, but we're picturing there's nothing. Don't take this trade, by the way. I'm just trying to show something. And you target for a 2 to 1. This is definitely a unicorn, but it's off the macro, so I wouldn't trade that. But there's a breaker block paired with a breakaway gap. That's a unicorn, bro. And like I said, there's a pattern for everything, bro. But you just have to align time and price, and you have to pick something and stick with it. So for example, there was an inverse fair value gap right here. You could have traded the inverse. Good mindset you're having. That's the only way. It's a perspective. There was people in my chat that took trades here, bro. What is there? There's nothing to trade here, bro. We got better ranges in the second macro. Now let's see what the third macro has in store for us. We wait. Like this is what trading comes down to, fucking waiting, bro. We're taught throughout our lives that we need to work hard and we need to grind and click the button all the time, but in trading it's the fucking opposite. So you come here, you hit yourself with a wall, bro. Because less is more. How many years you are trading? I'm just starting now. Shit. Get ready, brother. It's going to be a spiral, but I've been trading for 5 years, bro. Um, Not seriously. Like it was always something I had on the side. I always had jobs and I was in school and shit. And I just did it as a hobby, as a gambling hobby. The macro's about to start in 3 minutes. We're gonna wait. as a hobby, and then I had a Airbnb business that I started in 2022. I lasted 2 years. I quit on December of 2024, and in January 2025, which was this year, I took trading seriously and professionally. And when I shifted that mindset of, all right, I'm gonna take this shit seriously, what do you know? On the first account I bought, I got funded and I got a payout on the first account that I got. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing in terms of price action. I was still a beginner in learning price action, but what set me apart was following a risk management plan. I had a $300 lockout, and some days I was making $1,000, 500, 600, but my lockout remained the same. I wasn't blowing accounts. I wasn't blowing my account. I was strict with that. And I was faithful to thinking that, bro, if I just keep finding fair value gaps, if I just keep finding IFVGs, eventually I'm gonna make money and shit. I did. So January I got my first payout. No, it was February where I got my first payout. March I didn't get anything, and then March, April I got from like April to August, bro. I was averaging one payout a month. And I'm talking like taking $1,000 and then taking 2,000, then taking 1,000, taking 2,000, 3,000, and like it was just scraping it, scraping it, scraping it. Um, then I had a heartbreak. I broke up with a long-term girlfriend. It fucked with my mental. Um, I was smoking weed. There was a lot. I was sleeping late. There was a lot of factors that fucked with my mental in the charts. I was chasing trades. I was DJing. I was gambling. So I've been in a dry spell from August to today. Um, but right now we're back. I mean, I feel super good in my mental. I'm back where I left off with the mentality, with the perspective, risk management, discipline. That's what it takes. The chart doesn't matter, bro. It's you. You are the edge. When I'm getting serious in trading, I'm able to feel I'm getting more attached. Yeah, you do want the opposite of attachment. I mean, it's normal, right? I had a question yesterday. Some guy asked me, like, yo, I think I'm losing my relationship because of trading, because I'm too locked in trading. You're doing trading wrong, brother. If that girl actually loves you and actually puts the time into you, you better entertain that girl. You better give the attention back, because those type of women are rare. And isn't the point of trading to have freedom, bro? You can have freedom today. You could entertain those relationships today, because it's going to translate into you trading better, bro. Like, the more you obsess, the more you lose sleep for trading, the worse you're gonna do, bro. Take it from experience. Like, I'm being dead ass, bro. That's why people are overly attached in the day by day. They get mad when not only take a trade, they get mad when, oh, what is the trade right now? In the first macro, bro, look for a trade. Where's the setup in the first bro? What do you want me to trade in the? There's nothing in the first macro, bro. Like, and I don't know if there's gonna be something in the fucking third macro, bro. But there's gonna be charts tomorrow and next week and the week after that. Like, it isn't then today. This isn't the last day to take a trade. We need to let go, bro. We need to submit. Enough yapping, cause it's macro time. Um, Let me just take a quick look what we're doing on the other time frames, on the 4 hour, on the daily. ES is getting a nice bullish displacement. So is NQ. We have this bearish order block. We don't know if it's gonna inverse properly. We don't want to see this close bearish. If we're looking for longs, we want to see this displace, maybe even sweeping this liquidity. I'm watching ES closely. About 20 points. We might get a good close. Can we target these highs right here? We can. We might look for an entry here actually. Let's see what happens. We have it set. I'm not gonna chase it. We could also trade it off this 2 minute. We do have this better external right here. You can maybe move it up to the to right here. Might want to risk heavier, more than 5, probably 7, probably 8. We're waiting though. 10 seconds. Let's see what happens. Let me properly set the entry though. Probably do 8 contracts maybe. Then we'll do 25, 5, 9, 7, 25, 5, 9, 7. Just about. Let's see if we get a tap. Are you taking this solely off the breakaway gap? And there's a breaker yeah, breaker. Yeah, there's a breaker block right here. Paired with the gap. It's a unicorn right there. But we want to get tapped into it. If we don't get tapped, we just deliver. Well, we deliver. Looks like it just wants to deliver. That buy side liquidity looks juicy though to take, but probably no entry. Oops. Yup, there was no retracements, just clean delivery. Probably just left without us. It's already more than 75% of the range. So aligning with the higher time frame, what do we want to see now? Is a sweep of this high because we're gonna have massive bearish SMT and probably look to flip short to continue targeting and making a lower low. We'll see what happens. And look at how this is what I want to show you with the macro. Look at 11:44, nothing. 11:45, it starts with a bullish candle and it just delivers in the macro. Look at how we chop. 11:20 from 11:25, we chop 35, 11, 11:40, and then the macro starts and look at price delivering. After it hits 75% of the range, if you get a retest to your, would it be invalidated? Yeah, because you don't want to see it come down and retrace that much, bro. Like at most 50% at most to continue making the idea valid. But if it's retraced more than 75%, it's a couple ticks from your take profit, it's like the trade is done. But it's slowing down. Keep in mind that our higher time frame bias is still bearish. We still have bearish order flow. So we could definitely see a sweep and an inverse. I'm new to trading, so sorry for these questions. But is this move manipulation of the consolidation, you think, or a real move up? I mean, it's probably a real move up targeting this minor buy side liquidity. I don't expect it to go all the way up here. So it could definitely very well be a manipulation where sellers want to sell, but they don't want to sell down here. They want to manipulate price up here, take the sell orders, and dump. Tell my brothers using Bookmap, I guarantee there's sell orders here. Why is it going down without any sweep? Because there's always going to be reversals and retracements. There's always, it's the market maker model. Look, this is what we trade, the market maker model. Notice, sell side of the curve, buy side of the curve. And look, we want to take this liquidity, right? Which is the same thing as a chart, but look at these retracements. There's always going to be a retracement, a retracement, a retracement. It's normal. Retracement, retracement, and then push up. It's part of it. It's part of the algorithm. But price is unpredictable. It could do whatever it wants to do, and it might not even sweep liquidity and just dump. That would be inefficient price action, but it's possible. Anything is possible with these unpredictable markets, more so in December, bro. There's still plenty of time for the macro. Don't panic. We're still looking for a trade. We're still on alert. We still have 20 more minutes. We actually want to get closer to the hour. Ideally, we want to sweep of this internal external liquidity to look for a short to align with the higher time frame. I would love for this candle to be the one that pushes up so we can mark this order block and this be on our inversion to take lower. And it's happening. I want this one to be the one that sweeps the liquidity so I can mark out this order block and have this be the unicorn to flip bearish. It's already swept this minor. It's placing higher highs, making higher lows. Retracements are part of the market maker model. You want to see a sweep of that liquidity and you want to mark out the highs on ES as well to see if there's SMT or not. 15-minute IFVG. 15-minute IFVG where, brother? I don't see the 15-minute IFVG. I don't see it. There you go. We're tapping. We're tapping into that for value gap. Now I want to see price inverse. I'm zoomed out. I don't see the IFVG. Do you mean this? Now I want to see price inverse. Even this 2-minute. It's looking good for shorts. We're in OTE of the range as well. I'm pretty sure. You grab the high and the low of the range. We're trading inside of OTE. I want to see it inverse. We might get our entry. When marking order blocks, breaker, ATC, do you mark the body of the candle? For simplicity's sake, yes, I mark the body, but it's best practice to mark out the whole thing. For example, this. But for simplicity, I just because usually like you want to care for the 50% of the range, but since I'm trading breakers and unicorns, I just mark out the bodies just to see where the order blocks is placed at. Hope that made sense. So we actually still don't see a sweep on ES. It's close though. We're actually gonna get some volume coming in shortly in 1 minute because the hour is about to change. That's perfect. I want to see it make the top wick, and I want to see it inverse. I think we swept already. There's no more bearish SMT. I think we swept or not. Nah, I think it's still holding. We do have bearish SMT. I want to see a sweep. I want to see it displace lower. We're getting nice rejection off the liquidity. Volume's coming in. Volume is coming in. We want to see that displacement lower. There's bullish order block. It could respect this bullish order block and continue pushing. We're watching. It's making the wick. It's making the 1 hour wick. There's bearish SMT for sure, but we're waiting. We need confirmation. And we're getting another sweep. Yes, it's still holding, but I feel like it's just making the candle for the 1 hour. You want to see the displacement lower. We need confirmation though. No entries yet. But we're definitely in a good position to look for shorts, but we need confirmation. Still respecting that 15-minute for value gap. We want to see it make a change in the state of delivery. We're waiting. We want to see close below this. We have bearish SMT with ES. Do you ever take continuation trades off order blocks being respected, or do you always wait for breaker to be formed? Yeah, I always wait for the unicorn. That would be trading off order blocks or supply and demand. I don't trade supply and demand, but I know people that do and they're highly profitable. But that's not my strategy. I always wait for the unicorn, but I'm always looking at order blocks. Specifically, look at this order block, how it taps and it gets respected. It respects this range of the order block. But there's another rule that the more the order block gets tapped, the more likely it is to get disrespected. We're consolidating after this big move. Search and destroy. Seek and destroy. I mean, we still have that bearish SMT. We're waiting. We're patient. We want to see it inverse. We're consolidating. Power of three. We still have a small 1 hour candle. Oh, supply and demand equal GOAT. I know a lot of people that make good money from supply and demand. For now, we wait. We want to see a volume candle close below this, making the market structure shift to the downside. We have a nice bearish SMT. We're placed in OTE of the range. We're aligning with the shorts. Higher time frame um, bias. We want to see it disrespect this order block because look, it's getting respected, meaning bullish order flow is still in play. The moment we see it displays, I'm also looking at ES real close because ES is already inversing the order block, making the market structure shift. We just want NQ to follow, but look, it taps again. It's tapping again. 1, 2, 3 taps. We're bound to break it. We want to see a break with movement though, with volume. Beautiful. Look at that beautiful break. We're waiting. We need to wait for it to leave a gap because this could wake up. We're waiting. We need to wait for confirmation. Don't jump the gun just yet. Wait till the body closes below this candle. Because it could just wake up and we're all cooked on the shorts. But y'all are seeing it happen in real time. We got a good close below the 50%. I'm still keen to see it leave a gap. Alright, we might look for an entry here. About 17 points. It's 25,633. I'm gonna wait to click it. We have 20 seconds. About right there. We're gonna get a good close. Now we just need that tap. We're not in yet. We want to get tapped in. Can I show the numbers on my chart? Numbers of what? We want this candle to tap us in. We're still not in the trade. Oh, price, we can't see it. My bad. We left a nice gap on the 2 minute. I'm looking at ES as well. We're displacing. We're waiting. If it leaves a gap here on the 2 minute, we could move our entry lower because we have a lot of range to drop. I'm not too scared here that it's getting close to our entry because we have our bias is bearish. Our target could be all the way down here. It's a lot of points, but we still have a long way to go lower. I'm not discouraged by this. 20 seconds, we might move our entry closer to this gap. Let's do it. See if it wants to tap us on the 2 minute. It's about 10 points. Let's see if we get tapped. It's dumping. We have a long way to go short. So far, no retracements. You want to see a retracement for clean, efficient price action. Just straight up dumping. You want to see it come back to that 2 minute? We want to get tapped in. Still inside the macro. Still a long way to go down.
Order filled.
And we're in. We might get stopped out here. We want to see a good rejection. We want to see a respect that breakaway gap. About a couple ticks to get stopped out.
Order filled.
And we got stopped out right there fucking quickly. It respected this 2 minute. Do I want to look for a re-entry? We're getting a nice retracement. We're back at our entry. Do we want to give it another stab? Oh my god.
Order
Shit.
filled.
We got a late ass entry, bro. We still want to see the displacement lower. We got a bad entry. We opened too many cons there. It's already off the macro. Looking to get out in 300. And we're out
Order
there.
filled.
Not gonna lose anymore. Shit, brutal. That's brutal, bro. That was fucking terrible. Fucking over risk there. Fuck, that was terrible, bro. We tapped into this 2-minute unicorn. It's probably gonna stay respected. Took a big loss today. Shit, I didn't even mean to open that many contracts on the second trade. We got a bad entry. Now we have 2 losses in the day. Yeah, I'm fucking done. I'm gonna lock out. That was garbage, bro. Now we good, we good, we good, we good. I'm locked out, I'm locked out. We could have left our entry on the 2-minute there. Same with the same trade idea. It did get tapped in the macro. Now check the tap on the 15-minute. Tap on the 15-minute for sure. It's respecting that 2-minute unicorn. Nah, I don't close after the macro. Fuck, hindsight's gonna cook me again. We still have 3 more trades left in the account. I don't know if I should be de-risking for December price action. No FOMO, we professionals for sure. I mean, I'm just a hindsight boss. I had to leave my entry on the 2-minute on this 2-minute up here. It was a tab with no drawdown. Yeah, the second trade was not it for sure. But we're gonna journal it. Fucking shit, bro. Fucking garbage, dog. In the first trade, I opened too much size. Maybe I didn't want to see this breakaway gap get tapped. I wanted to see this one get respected. But maybe I should have considered that it might get tapped. You were right though, unicorn works. It fucking works, brother. But it's worth nothing if look at my PNL, bro. The unicorn works, but I opened the that amount of contracts because my stop loss was 10 points away, which is this high. My entry was just around here, and I'm risking 300. So since my stop loss is 10 points away, that's 15 cons. The second trade was not it, bro. That shit was garbage, late as fuck. Second trade was ass, bro. Let's look at the executions. This was the first trade idea. I mean, just we probably would have already gotten profit like right there. That's already TP right there, bro. That's 3 days in a row when we're right, but my P&L doesn't reflect that. Sheesh. It's unfortunate. Pain of a trader. Fuck, bro. It is what it is. What else can I say? Bro, that's 3 days in a row where I get fucked like this, bro. 3 fucking days in a row. 3 days where we should have had winning days. I turned them into losers, bro. I'm a magician. God damn, bro. I mean, at the end of the day, this is all conviction that the unicorn works. Like, look at the breaker block right here. Breakaway gap. It taps perfectly with no drawdown. I mean, even this one, I could have been more flexible on my stop loss here. I could have definitely been more flexible. I was way too tight right there. And we got top ticked on that first trade. Hindsight is 2020 though. Just the stop placement was kind of wrong, I think. I mean, it was on top of the body here, about 10 points. You got literally top tick. Oh my god! Ah. I'm not gonna fucking sit here and cry on stream. Hell no. It is what it is. Just more conviction that this shit works. Like we literally got top ticked into a clean delivery. Like Price couldn't just respect me here, just tap this and not top tick me. But nope. Is it this one? No, this wasn't the trade. Let's mark it out actually how it is. This was the trade idea that we had initially. On the first trade, bro, that's brutal, bro. That's fucking brutal. I opened way too many contracts. It's because no, I feel like I didn't open too many. I opened the right amount of contracts that I needed to open. Stop loss above the high here. Um, I mean, maybe I should have kept the first trade idea, which is up here. I'm struggling. I'm struggling with the second trade that I'm taking in general. Cause on Tuesday we had a small loss and it played out in my favor, and that should have been done for the day because it was a win. Yesterday was the same thing. I had a break even that played out in my favor. I didn't exit. 2 ticks away from my take profit. I'm getting tested. God, the video today is gonna be brutal, but that's what I get for being transparent. I played myself is the reality. That second trade was garbage, bro. I mean, in the end, it played out too. Oh, I'm going through all stages of grief and hope. But alright, let's just fucking journal it, bro. SMT's at the high, short, bearish. We took it in the last macro. We had red carpet news. Today's date 12/04/25. God damn, bro. Fucking sucks. Womp womp womp. Oh, we're delivering perfectly, bro. Brutal top tick. Brutal, brutal. You do know what you're talking about, though? Look at my P&L, bro. Are you sure about that? Oh my god, bro. Get out of the charts now, bro. Only going to feel worse, for sure. Fuck me, bro. Yeah, I'm in the stream. I mean, I appreciate y'all for sticking around. I hope y'all made money. And it's just dropping. It is what it is. I mean, it's that same thing. I'm fucking up on the second trade. That second trade should have never happened if we just that first trade didn't top tick me. Should I have been more flexible with my stop loss? Perhaps. But we're just dumping, bro, and I'm heated that this is the third day in the row it's happened, but I mean we still have a lot of days to go. It is what it is, and GG. See you again tomorrow. I mean I love you all, bro. All right, I'm gonna end it. Take care, brothers. Have a good